Have you noticed your TV isn't as fast as it used to be? Apps take forever to open. Menus feel sluggish. Streaming suddenly buffers. And the picture doesn't look as sharp anymore. Most people assume their TV is simply getting old. But here's the surprising truth. In many cases, nothing is actually wrong with the TV. It's the way we've been using it. Just a few small mistakes slowly fill up memory, create extra heat, wear out important components, and even shorten your TV's lifespan by years. The good news? Every fix in this video is completely free, takes only a few minutes, and could make your TV feel almost brand new again. Some of these tips are hidden settings that even longtime TV owners have never touched. Let's start with the biggest mistake almost everyone makes. Tip 1. Clean your TV the right way. Walk into almost any home, and you'll probably see someone spraying glass cleaner directly onto their TV. It seems harmless, but it's actually one of the fastest ways to damage modern displays. Today's TVs aren't just glass. Most OLED, QLED, and LED televisions have delicate anti-glare and anti-reflective coatings. Strong cleaners containing ammonia or alcohol can slowly wear these coatings away. Paper towels are another problem. Their rough fibers leave tiny scratches that become more noticeable over time. Instead, turn the TV off. Wait until the screen cools. Then gently wipe it with a clean, dry microfiber cloth. If there's a stubborn fingerprint, lightly dampen the cloth with distilled water. Never spray liquid directly onto the display. It's a tiny habit, but it can protect your screen for years. Tip 2. Restart your TV every week. Here's something most TV owners never realize. Your TV is basically a computer. It has RAM, storage, and an operating system. Just like your phone or laptop, memory gradually fills with temporary files. That's why apps begin opening slower. Menus hesitate, and sometimes everything feels laggy. The easiest fix? Once a week, turn the TV off. Unplug it for about 30 seconds. Then plug it back in. This forces the system to completely clear temporary memory. It's one of the simplest ways to restore smooth performance. Tip 3. Stop leaving it on all night. Many people fall asleep while watching TV. Hours later, the screen is still glowing, even if nothing is happening. That means the backlight continues aging. Electricity keeps being used, and unnecessary heat builds inside the TV. Instead, set a sleep timer. Most TVs include one inside the settings menu. The TV shuts itself off automatically, saving energy, reducing wear, and extending panel life. Tip 4. Check your HDMI cable. Have you ever blamed your TV for random flickering, black screens, or signal loss? The TV may not be the problem. Sometimes it's simply an old HDMI cable. Repeated plugging and unplugging slowly loosens the connector. Cheap cables also degrade after years of use. If the cable feels loose, reconnect it firmly. If problems continue, replace it with a certified high-speed HDMI cable. It's an inexpensive upgrade that often fixes frustrating picture problems instantly. We're only getting started. The next mistake silently overheats your TV every single day, and most people never notice it happening. Tip 5. Give your TV room to breathe. Heat is one of electronics' biggest enemies. Yet many TVs are squeezed tightly inside cabinets, pressed flat against walls, or surrounded by decorations. Without enough airflow, heat builds inside. That extra heat forces electronic components to work harder. Over time, performance drops, and lifespan decreases. Leave at least 4 inches of space around the ventilation areas whenever possible. Your TV will stay cooler, run faster, and last much longer. Tip 6. Delete apps you never use. Open your app list. How many apps haven't been opened in months? Every unused app still occupies storage. Some even continue running background services. The result? Less free memory, slower menus, longer loading times. Delete anything you no longer use. You can always reinstall it later. Your TV will thank you. Tip 7. Turn off motion smoothing. Ever watched a movie, but somehow it looked like a cheap soap opera? That's motion smoothing. Different brands call it different names. Auto Motion Plus, True Motion, Motion Flow, Smooth Motion. It creates artificial frames between real ones. Some people like it. Many don't. It also forces the processor to work continuously. Turning it off usually gives movies a more cinematic appearance while reducing unnecessary processing. Tip 8. Keep software updated. Software updates aren't just about new features. Manufacturers regularly fix bugs, improve app compatibility, increase stability, and patch security issues. Ignoring updates means living with problems that may already have been fixed. Check for updates every few months. It only takes a minute. Tip 9. Use Ethernet whenever possible. Wi-Fi is convenient, but it's not always the fastest option. Walls, microwaves, neighbors' Wi-Fi, and even Bluetooth devices create interference. If your router is nearby, connect using Ethernet. The connection becomes more stable. Streaming buffers less, and large updates finish much faster. Tip 10. Turn off Quick Start. Quick Start sounds useful. The TV powers on almost instantly, but there's a hidden cost. Even while the screen is off, parts of the system remain awake. That means more electricity, more heat, and more long-term wear, unless you truly need instant startup. Turning Quick Start off is usually the smarter choice. Here's a maintenance trick that takes less than 1 minute. Yet many repair technicians recommend doing it every year. Tip 11. Clean the air vents. Dust isn't just ugly. It acts like a blanket, covering cooling vents, trapping heat, and reducing airflow. Twice a year, use a vacuum with a soft brush attachment or compressed air from a safe distance to remove dust around the ventilation slots. Never open the TV unless you're qualified. Cleaning the outside is usually enough. Tip 12. Disable tracking features. Many smart TVs include automatic content recognition, also called ACR. Its job is to monitor what appears on your screen. Manufacturers use this information for recommendations and advertising. Turning it off improves privacy. And on some TVs, it also reduces unnecessary background activity. You'll usually find it inside privacy or viewing information settings. Tip 13. Stop using vivid mode. This might be the biggest mistake in the entire video. Most TVs arrive in vivid mode. At first glance, it looks bright, colorful, eye-catching, but it's actually designed for bright showroom floors, not living rooms. Colors become exaggerated, whites look harsh, black levels disappear, and the backlight runs much brighter than necessary. Instead, switch to movie, cinema, or filmmaker mode if available. Then lower the backlight to around 45 to 55%. The picture immediately becomes more natural, more comfortable for your eyes, and the LEDs experience far less stress over time. Tip 14. One simple habit that extends TV life. Here's one final habit almost nobody talks about. Avoid turning the TV off and immediately back on several times. Electronic components experience the most stress during power-up. If you accidentally shut it off, wait several seconds before turning it back on. It sounds small, but repeated power cycling adds unnecessary wear over the years. Little habits like this make a bigger difference than most people realize. If you've watched this far, your TV now has a much better chance of staying fast, cool, and reliable for years. You don't need expensive upgrades, just better habits. Which tips surprised you the most? Let everyone know in the comments. And if you found even one of these tips useful, subscribe for more practical TV tricks, hidden settings, and technology guides that actually make a difference. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.